Guys, so today's video is a makeup tutorial that would be suitable for like a wedding or a special occasion. If you'd like to see how I got this look, then please carry on watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Also, I really apologise for the lighting in this video, as I really did want to get this video up, and it is really late at night, so well, it's like 8 o'clock, that's not really late, but yeah. So it is really dark outside. I really apologise about the lighting, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Moisturise my face, and for that I use the Simple Kind Skin Hydrating Light Moisturiser. To prime my skin, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Lumiere Magique primer. 2 pumps of that, and I'm just pushing that into my skin. This will just give you a nice healthy glow. If you struggle with oily skin like me, then don't worry, this won't make you look really shiny or anything. It will just make you look nice and healthy. As for a wedding, you don't want to be looking like too cakey or anything, so especially if it's in the summer. For foundation, I'm using the Bourjois Healthy Mix in the shade 56 and using the shade 52 with that. I'm just mixing these together as I have fake tan on, but it's starting to wear off, so this will just give me the perfect shade. I'm applying that with the Real Techniques complexion sponge. As I said, I don't want my skin looking too cakey, so this sponge will just help sheer the foundation out a bit, as this is sort of medium coverage, I'd say. Applying that on the back of my hand. And just dabbing that into my skin. I'm now just going to prime my eyes using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, as I don't actually own anything from the drugstore to prime my eyes with, so I'm just using this as always. But one thing I do own from the drugstore that you could use as base for your eyeshadow to help the colour pop would be the Maybelline 24 Hour Tattoos, and this is in the shade Eternal Gold, but they do all different colours, and if you really wanted to make the colour more vibrant or it to pop more, then you could apply this underneath, but I just don't actually own any eyeshadow primers from the drugstore. I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid with a big fluffy brush from eBay. Once that's applied, I'm then going to fill in my eyebrows using the MUA matte palette, and I'm going to use this darker brown shade here just to fill them in. And I'm filling them using a MAC 266 brush. To set my brows, I'm using the Miss Sporty Just Clear mascara. To sculpt my eyebrows, I'm using the 174 paint in Fair. Comes with a little mirror, and I'm using the Real Techniques detailer brush with that. Basically, if you have the Benefit Boing concealer, this is a dupe for that. Apart from, I'd say the Benefit Boing concealer has better coverage. Okay, so that's the eyebrows done. I'm then just going to apply the Maybelline 24 Hour Colour Tattoo in the shade Eternal Gold all over my eyelid. I'm just dabbing that in with my finger. I'm then just going to apply some bronzer into the crease, and for that I'm using my Sleek Contour Kit, and I'm just taking this bronzer shade here. I'm just taking that on a big fluffy brush, also from eBay. I'm just using wind wiper motions for that, so back and forth, back and forth. I'm just going to apply some shadow on top of that colour tattoo, and for that I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Colour Riche eyeshadow in the shade 204 Golden Nude. I'm just applying that over my lid with the Real Techniques base shadow brush, just packing that on. Just taking a bit of that bronzer shade that we use into the crease on my lower lash line. And then just taking that gold shadow again and just applying that into my inner part of my eye, on my lower lash line. And then highlight my brow bone, and for that I'm using the highlight shade from the Sleek Contour Kit, and I'm applying that using the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. To highlight my inner corner, I'm using this shade from MUA, and it's a pearl finish, and it's in the shade 1. Just applying that to my inner corner using a domed eyeshadow brush from eBay. Curling my eyelashes using my Primark eyelash curlers. and then just applying some eyeliner, and I have two options you could use. There's the Collection 24-Hour Extreme Felt Tip Liner in black, or the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Kohl Kajal Waterproof Liner, and that's also in black. I think I'm going to use the Collection 2000, so I'm just going to apply this as close as I can to my lash line. Just coating my eyelashes with some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline The Colossal Go Extreme in black. Just applying that to my bottom lashes as well. Now you could leave the eyes like this if you wanted to, but I'm actually going to apply some false lashes, and I'm using the Primark Sultry lashes as I find these are really natural and easy to wear. The glue I've applied on them is the Revlon Precision Lash Adhesive in clear. And I find this is actually better than my Duo Lash Glue, and I didn't think I'd ever find a glue better than that, and especially from the drugstore. These will just give something a bit extra to your look, as they're not too overpowering. To highlight under my eyes, I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair 1. I'm just taking that down my chin and onto my Cupid's bow in the middle of my forehead. I'm just blending that in using this domed brush from eBay. For face makeup, I'm using the Collection Sheer Loose Powder in the shade Translucent 2, and I'm just applying that all over my face using the Real Techniques blush brush. As this is translucent, it won't actually give us any colour payoff, and it won't make you look cakey at all or anything. I'm just focusing that on my T-zone, as I don't want that to get oily throughout the day. Sorry if the lighting has changed, it's getting darker outside. I'm just contouring my face using the Bourjois Bronzing Primer, and this smells so nice. And to apply that, I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush. Then to set that contour in place, I'm using the Sleek Contour Kit. I'm just taking the bronzy shade here. And to apply that, I'm using the NARS Eater brush. I've actually forgotten how much I love this Bourjois bronzer. It smells amazing. For blush, I'm using two different ones, and they're both by e.l.f. Cosmetics. The first one is in the shade Twinkle Pink, this nice pinky shade, and then the second one is in the shade Fuchsia Fusion, which is a darker pink. And I'm just mixing these both together using a Real Techniques stippling brush, applying that to the apples of my cheeks. And then just highlighting my face using the Sleek Contour Kit, and I'm just using the highlighter shade. I'm applying that using a fan brush from eBay. Then for the lips, I have this lipstick from Revlon, and this is in the shade Sky Pink. Just apply that all over my lips. I'm going to take you in my bathroom so you can actually see what the makeup looks like a bit better. Excuse where I'm sat, but yeah, this is what the lipstick looks like. And on top of that, I'm just going to apply this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. So I'm just going to show you the last lip option that you can wear with this look. And this is the Paint Master Rimmel lipstick in 110. This is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful, especially if you're going to a special occasion like a wedding or maybe just a birthday party. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave what lip colour you would pair with this look down below in the comments. Leave me any video requests too. So bye!